What's up, friend? Welcome back to my channel. I've said it before and I will say it again, manifesting is very easy, like ridiculously easy. The problem is that a lot of us just don't know how to tap in. But what if I told you that if you learned how to tap in, you could manifest in your sleep? Well, it doesn't necessarily start while you're literally unconscious, but you can manifest in a sleep-like state before bed in such a way that it continues to imprint on your subconscious as you sleep. It's truly wild out here, but that's what this video is all about. I'm gonna give you my 2 favorite techniques to manifest from the comfort of my bed. And these 2 techniques are gonna help you continue to manifest without even trying while you are sleeping. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, we gotta talk about SATS, okay? SATS is an acronym. It stands for state akin to sleep. This term was coined by Neville Goddard, and he is like the godfather of manifesting. Highly recommend checking out his books and his speeches if you haven't yet, because he was a freaking genius, basically. And I want to share a direct quote from Neville Goddard about why SATs are a key part of manifesting in your sleep. So bear with me here, I'm going to read this off of my computer. You change your future best when you are in control of your thoughts while in a state akin to sleep, for then effort is reduced to its minimum. Your attention seems to completely relax, and then you must practice holding your attention within that feeling without using force and without using effort. To me, it makes perfect sense that manifesting and SATs would align, because manifesting in its purest form works the best when you're not putting a ton of effort into it or thinking about it obsessively. Have you ever noticed how your manifestations come to fruition so much more quickly when you're not spending every waking moment of your life obsessing over the how, the who, and all of those details? So ideally, before the manifestation technique even starts to happen, you're in this state akin to sleep. This is that transitional moment between being fully awake and being unconscious. It's when you're extremely relaxed, you're comfortable, you really could fall asleep at any moment. Your mind is just completely at ease, you're too tired to think about your to-do list for the next day or how so-and-so is pissing you off. It's just complete relaxation. And if you're anything like me, it takes a hot minute after getting into bed to get into your SATs. This is where I find it helpful to meditate, to focus on my breathing. I like to fall asleep with the TV on. I'll just turn down the volume and just have the flickering light. It's just relaxing to me for some reason. But my point is that you're not gonna usually reach your SATs immediately when you get into bed, right? Sometimes it takes a few minutes to wind down from the day, to stop thinking so much, and to really just focus on relaxing. So give it a few minutes, get yourself relaxed, and you will be able to strap into your SATs and start manifesting more easily. Okay, so that's step 1. You're gonna get into your state akin to sleep, okay? Now we're gonna get into the techniques. The first technique that I wanna talk about, it's the one that I do the most, it's visualization. I don't know about you, but ever since I was even a child, I was the kind of person who was very, very good at making up scenarios in my head. I'd be falling asleep just thinking like, okay, I'm at a Cobra Starship concert and Gabe pulls me on stage to serenade me, to smile for the paparazzi. You feel me? Like, I was digging deep into the visualizations even before I knew what visualizations was. I just have a very active imagination, I guess. I don't know. But if you're someone who never really does that, this might take a little bit of practice. But what you wanna do, right, you're in your state akin to sleep, you want to imagine a scenario that would happen if your manifestation had come true. So let's say you're really trying to get a significant other or a specific person to be in a relationship with you, right? Create a dinner date scenario in your head. You're at a restaurant, they're across from you, you're on the booth side because that's your preference. What kind of restaurant are you in, right? Is it dark? Is it moody? Is there a little candle on the table? Like, what's the vibe? Is it fun? Is it loud? Is it poppin'? Is there like a football game on a bunch of TV screens going on in the background, you know? Are you in a Buffalo Wild Wings? More importantly, who is your date? What are they wearing? What do they smell like? What are they doing? What are you guys talking about? Are you slamming PBRs and laughing and telling jokes? Are you leaned in close to each other, looking deeply into each other's eyes, having some deep conversation over a couple of Shirley Temples? Like, really get into it. The more specific and detailed your scene is, the more real it's gonna feel. And that's what we want. We want this to feel ultimately like you're remembering something that has already happened, not like you're creating a fake situation in your head. Manifestation isn't about wishing for something that you don't already have. It's about moving as if, thinking as if, talking as if you already have it. So if you're manifesting your relationship or that specific person, you want your visualization to feel really real. I wouldn't suggest throwing in, you know, a fire-breathing dragon, the ability to mind control, right? Okay, just make it real. I really like visualizing during my sats before I go to sleep because it really allows me to get clear on what having my manifestation actually looks like. Not only that, it also gets me in the headspace of someone who is actively living out that scenario. And I want to talk about the sleeping element too, because I truly feel like visualizing before you fall asleep helps to get your subconscious on board with your manifestation. For example, I'll visualize something before falling asleep and I'll have a dream that goes even deeper into that scenario that feels even more real and vivid than my visualization. Right? It's very normal to have dreams about the things that you're talking about right before bed or the shows that you're watching right before bed. It's the reason why I never fall asleep with Criminal Minds on in the background, because I always have a dream that I'm getting murdered. Just try it out. It might feel silly at first because your ego's like, what the hell am I doing? I'm imagining this fake scenario that's never gonna happen. Like, what even is this? Listen, the scenario that you're imagining isn't fake. It's a real scenario, and you have to treat it as such for the manifestation to actually happen, right? This isn't just some fake thing that you made up. This is a future memory. Does that make sense? I feel like I sound really crazy. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I sound crazy, but just wait until one of your visualizations actually happens in your reality. Come back to this video and comment down below and let me know when that happens, because it is a wild experience. And I also want to say that if you're someone who gets in your head about things a lot, there's nothing to stress about here, okay? You're not screwing yourself over in any way. There's nothing to lose here. You can only gain. The next method that I want to talk about is affirmations, pre-sleep affirmations. It's giving counting sheep, but you're really just gassing yourself up before bed, basically. For me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really do this a lot in my sats. I actually use affirmations a lot to get to my sats, and then once I feel really relaxed, that's when I'll start the visualization. But do whatever works best for you, try it out any which way you want, and just see how it goes. Everyone's different. And I wanna reiterate, you're not gonna screw up your manifestation by doing any of this, okay? If you're doing affirmations and you get an intrusive thought, it doesn't wipe away all of the other affirmations you've said, okay? You can't screw it up. You truly cannot. But take a deep breath, really get in touch with your body, your heartbeat, your breath, the energy that's flowing through you. And I don't say that in a woo-woo way, like energy, like get in touch with your energy. I mean, literally pause this video right now and just sit here with your eyes closed and focus on your fingertips. Just don't move, just focus on your fingertips. You will start to feel that electrical current that's moving through your body. You'll start to feel that energy. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know what that is physiologically, but I'm just talking about tuning into your body, tuning into what's happening, and kind of drowning out that outside noise. And then in your head, I want you to start repeating phrases, sentences, hell, you can say paragraphs, do a whole monologue if you want to, okay? Do what you want to do. Repeat these affirmations about your manifestation. And as you do this, you're gonna start feeling more and more relaxed. And you're gonna really start to feel the truth of your manifestation and of your fate. And I have to say, it's an amazing feeling to just be so calm and sure of yourself. So for example, if you're manifesting moving to a new city, talk it out to yourself, right? I live in Los Angeles. I live in a beautiful apartment in West Hollywood. My life has come together in a beautiful way. I am capable of making big changes, and I'm excited to do that. I am restful and relaxed in my reality. My home is my sanctuary. I love my life, and I want to share it with everyone around me. Positivity and growth find me. I'm trying to give you a lot of examples to get you started here, but you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to memorize anything. Just let the affirmations flow. And if you get a little off track for a second and suddenly remember, oh my God, I didn't get the chicken stock at the grocery store earlier, that's okay. Acknowledge that thought and then just recenter and keep affirming. The chicken stock is tomorrow's problem. If you would rather just repeat the same 2 sentences over and over, do that. The point here is just to get yourself in that state of major relaxation so that your overly stressed daytime brain starts to kind of turn off a little bit, and your brain becomes more open to being imaginative. When I talk about manifesting in my sleep, it's really about setting myself up so that my subconscious aligns with my manifestation in such a way that I don't have to try so hard. When you incorporate visualizing or affirming in your sats into your routine, it becomes a habit. And when you form this harmless and honestly kind of fun habit, your manifestation becomes more and more interwoven into your everyday life. And this is especially true when your mind is in that really open, vulnerable, relaxed state. So eventually you're going to get to the point where you don't even have to think about what you're visualizing or what the scenario is going to be. It's just going to be second nature to you. And that's the magical spot that you really want to get to with your manifestation. And I'm not talking about like magical, like this is a magic spell or something. It's really not. It's just adjusting your mindset. It's psychology. Manifesting is psychology. And I made a whole video about that, so I will definitely link it in the cards. But when you feel like you're just remembering something that's already happened, that's when you know that you are living in your end, and that is the key to manifesting, y'all. Manifesting is about living in your end, moving as if you already have it. It's not about wishing for something that you don't have. It's about acknowledging something that you already have and really stepping into that. Living in the end is the key. It'll only push you further. So that's the tea. Those are the 2 techniques that I use to manifest before bed and therefore align my subconscious with my manifestation so that I can manifest in my sleep. If this resonated with you, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I have a whole playlist on manifestation. I get into living in the end, the psychology of it all, how I manifested my current place that I live, how I manifested my husband. Like, we really go deep. So definitely check out that playlist if you haven't yet. Comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your questions. Let's discuss. And I'll catch you in my video next weekend. Sweet dreams.